live.
Now I can hear you.
We are live.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Helgi. Where are we? Where's everybody? What's everybody up to?
I completed plowing and then now I'm seeding on field 1.
Okie dokie. Wait for the map to synchronize. Remember if I did put active placeables on. Good. So I should now be able to buy.
I think field 1 has to be fertilized.
I can now buy and place a small silo supply somewhere. Where do I have room?
I also found the mods that I was missing when I logged in before lunch.
Yeah, I added the filling.
The 2 mods, yeah.
Just don't know where we've got room for it. That's the thing. Takes up quite a bit of space. Somewhere I can place building. Main silo. Probably place it somewhere like there.
It looks good. Next to the manure place. I'm not sure for which animals it does make the manure there.
Now I've got to see if I can find which of these is the correct ground type. Nope, not that. Guessing he doesn't give me the texture. Isn't that a bit annoying? Blend it in a little bit. Do. So we've got somewhere we can buy seeds and stuff. So or to make the time go a bit faster because it's been on 0. What am I going to do?
Did you put it on 0 because of the seeding, or?
I put it on 0 because I stopped seeding and was carrying on with the ploughing after you logged off last night, but then I wasn't able to get all the ploughing done.
No, it's a big field. Well, in this, while I was doing it, I recorded 2 different directions for the GPS. I mean, for this big field, you can use GPS. It's quite handy.
I'll find where the tractor is. Tractor.
Fertilizer by magic.
Fertilizer by magic. Indeed. Automatic application is enabled.
I think you still need to wait. Have they increased the wiggle waggle of the tractor on the field? Or is this field related?
Does not require additional fertilizer, apparently.
I already fertilized this place, this spot. That's probably the case. The side, left side and the top row I did. Yeah, Jacob was asking whether you do a stream in Discord.
It's not doing anything.
You have to switch it. You have to switch it on.
I have switched it on. It's not putting down any fertilizer.
But it needs nitrogen, definitely.
Crop does not require additional fertilizer, it says on my little help screen.
I don't know. The soybeans maybe don't. Huh?
What are you planting? Soybeans?
You started planting soybeans.
They probably don't. You're quite right. Because soybeans, I think, put fertilizer into the soil.
Yeah.
So I don't need this. Or what I could do is I could go do some contracts. If there's any fertilizing to be done. Field 17.
Field 55 is a harvesting contract you can do.
I'm not going to do harvest contracts because they don't work with precision farming.
Really?
You won't be able to complete them. You'll never be able to complete a harvest contract if you're using the precision farming mod. It's a known thing. It's a known thing that precision farming does not allow harvest contracts to be completed.
Did they not patch it yet?
No. Because the problem is, if they patch it to work with precision farming, it will then break it for the people that don't use precision farming. For the people who just play the vanilla game, they'll end up being able to complete harvest contracts having only harvested half a field.
Yeah, but they have to distinguish whether someone is using precision farming or not.
Giants aren't, I don't think, are going to force people to always use precision farming. So
yeah, but you notice whether somebody is using it on the map or not.
Yeah, but the way
then calculate the missions.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's a bit harder to do than that because of the way Giants have done the missions. It's
before you start the map. It's doing the missions.
The way the mission system works, they can't.
Then they shouldn't have done the precision farming in the first place. If it breaks the game on other parts.
14.
Maybe try one. Try a harvesting contract.
14. That's all the way down the road.
I mean, if you do fertilizing contract, how can you do that without having the precision farming information? Without having analyzed the field?
No, that's what I'm going to find out. I'm going to see. I'm going to go and find out. It might be that the contract system just doesn't work at all. None of the contracts in the game, apart from transport, the transport contracts might be the only ones that can still be done with precision farming installed.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
Well, what I'd have to do then is just go and buy a bunch of fields so we've got plenty to do all the time to keep us busy. I want to remember to slow down a bit because there's speed cameras. So how has your day been, Mr. Helgi?
It's pretty good. The X4 game that I'm playing was working nicely. I restarted the game. Different start. Different mods. Yeah, it's quite okay. And I did some work, but not much. I mean, I'm working from home, but there's really not much that I can do. So I'm quite happy that I'm at home, because if I was in the office, I would be sitting around in the office reading news and reading that and reading this. You know, it would be much more boring.
I've been sat most of the afternoon doing crosswords on my iPad.
Crosswords?
Yeah, doing crossword puzzles, yeah.
Excellent.
I was going to do a start.
Is it from a newspaper, or do you have an app for that?
It's just an app. Yeah, it's just an app that has, I think there's something like 1,800 crosswords in it, spread across 3 different difficulties. So I'm just working my way through them. But yeah, originally I was going to try and start recording a farm sim video this afternoon, but then somebody in my house decided to put their radio on and was playing it very loudly.
Okay.
So I couldn't record, otherwise I'd have got copyright hit. So I thought, well, I can't, if I'm just going to sit up here, I didn't really want to just sit in front of the computer doing nothing, because that was going to irritate me.
The stream video that you put up on YouTube?
Yeah.
There is no game sound.
There is not. No. There is. That's because Twitch has done a new thing. Twitch has implemented a new system on Twitch for streamers to avoid streamers getting hit with copyright and DMCA.
Okay.
When you stream to Twitch now, Twitch separates the audio into 2 channels. One audio channel they use for when I'm live. So watching the stream right now, you'll get to hear all the wonderful game sounds and audio and everything, every sound my computer makes. Brilliantly perfect. But the minute I stop streaming and they turn the video into a VOD, They use the second.
They separate it.
They use the second audio channel, which they strip out all the background audio. They only leave the non-copyright audio. So the only thing you will ever hear on the VODs is microphone, Discord, voice chat and stuff. Game sounds, music, they will remove. They automatically remove now. Even
on a video that you rewatch on Twitch?
Yep, the videos on Twitch. Yep, the VODs on Twitch.
But that's bullshit. Why is that?
It's to protect streamers from... It's to protect people from getting hit with copyright. And DMCA, people claiming.
But what you are doing, you can't get claimed. We are not playing music or anything. It's your decision to put the audio up or not, isn't it?
Well, yes. But the problem is as well, is that a lot of sounds in games are being claimed. There's a lot of companies that are claiming sound effects and stuff in games and music in games.
What's the... But it takes a lot of fun out of a video if you don't hear the sound.
Yeah. Which is why this afternoon I was hoping to record...
Two guys talking.
Which is why I was hoping to record a farm sim video this afternoon, which would have been a little bit more interesting. I was going to start playing on a new map in single player and doing a bit of stuff. I was going to do the thing that I said I was going to do on the server, where I was going to start a map and have all the vanilla vehicles and equipment disabled, so you can't use anything vanilla. I can only use mods on the map.
I also bought 6 more tractors for all the players on the map, you know.
That's good.
Because we were fighting about this one tractor here. 6 other people and me. We couldn't get into the game lobby because we were so many.
Yeah. Inundated with folks wanting to play. Although somebody did message me on Giants forums and might possibly be coming to play with us at some point. A guy by the name of Euro Farmer. So
okay.
He's
Sounds pretty much German.
Yeah, could well be. He's in a bit. He keeps messaging me on Giants forums because he's bought the game and class DLC via Giants, and he's always bought Farm Sim via Giants. He's never used Steam or anybody else. He's always bought it directly from Giants whenever he's bought it. But of course, you can't get the season pass directly from Giants. So he was wondering whether he should just bite the bullet and rebuy the whole game on Steam to get the season pass and get all the deal. I think he says something like it's going to cost €40 to buy the game and get all the DLCs. Is it worth doing? Fine. And I was like, well, it depends how much you enjoy playing Farm Sim. If you spend a lot of time playing Farm Sim and you enjoy it, and you're going to put loads of hours into it, sure, absolutely. Pay the €40, get the game on Steam, and be able to play with all the DLC.
Is the contract finished? Because you don't see any fertilizer in the map or whatsoever. It's no indication. You see that it applies when you're driving through. It's getting wet or darker. Is the mission complete?
Mission has been completed, yeah.
Okay, at least that works.
At least fertilising contracts work then. At least fertilising contracts work. Right, now I've got to go up to field.
I will try a harvesting contract that I know from me that it works. Maybe you just have to add some more wheat from another field or something.
You got to add your own crops.
I mean, it's the yield, but how does the game calculate the yield when there was no precision farming on that field?
You
know?
Yeah.
Is that the reason why it doesn't work? Or
the reason it doesn't work is because of the yield, yes. Because you've got what tends to cause the big thing that causes the harvest contracts to fail is the fact that the AI farmers do not use any nitrogen. do not do any fertilizing. They don't fertilize their fields.
Yeah.
They don't lime their fields.
So the reason is, in fact, that with precision farming, Giants adds a malus instead of a bonus, right?
Yes.
So that's the reason.
Yeah,
they should have added only bony, and then it would have worked.
2 soil types reduce the amount of crop.
Yeah.
From the base value, and then obviously not liming reduces the yield, and not fertilizing reduces the yield.
So
now
in
with
most cases, the normal farmers, without doing precision farming and applying the fertilizer accordingly, which Giant could maybe program in somehow, they will always lose a yield.
Yeah.
And therefore, you don't get enough crop from the field to complete the standard calculated completion crop quantity, whatever it's called. Yeah, I understand. It has to be broken.
Because as we've seen before in the base game, when we've done like seeding contracts, if we've done a seeding contract and we've used a seeder that does fertilizer, yes, it puts the fertilizer on the map as we're doing the contract, but then the minute we hit complete, the fertilizer disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From the farmer's field. So, yeah, the AI farmers don't use lime and fertilizer, so they're going to get severely punished for their yield of precision farming installed. And that's, of course, then, like I say, not even factoring in what type of soil they've got in their fields.
But what you can do plowing contracts, cultivating contracts.
Cultivating contracts. You'll be able to do
seeding contracts.
Seeding contracts, yes. You'll be able to do fertilizing.
So, in fact, you can't do harvesting contracts.
So. Yeah, harvesting. And I don't know about baling. Baling is something we're going to have to try as well. See whether you can
get enough grass.
Whether you can mow enough grass, to complete the contract as well. That's.
But we never did baling contracts anyway.
I did a couple on. Once. I did a couple on the Fenton Forest map. I did.
Okay. Okay, the GPS bug is still there.
Because it gave you a few things to do. And I don't know whether you saw or not today, but on the Giants ModHub, there's been an update for that cotton mod. The one that you don't like, the baler.
Yeah.
There's an update. You can now change the colour of it.
Oh.
You can now change
yellow.
Yeah, you can now change the colour of the baler.
Yeah, if you want it, you can have it, no problem. But I don't know. I don't see a big benefit in it, in the unloading, and it doesn't really work correctly. It's so high, and the baler is the harvester is not high enough. There are little things that I don't like.
Well, well, the thing is, you're not really supposed to unload into the baler with the harvester. You're supposed to use the trailer. There's that intermediate step between the.
But from the trailer, how can you get into the compressor?
Because the trailer lifts up. It lifts up and then tips. So the trailer that the harvester unloads into the trailer, and then the trailer is supposed to go and unload into the baler, because the trailer lifts up and then tips. So it's a lot higher than the harvester when it unloads. Yeah. It's also why the trailer has a capacity 3 times as high as the harvester. So you can empty the harvester into the trailer several times before you then go and take the trailer off to the baler.
Now, with this seed, or with this field fertilizing, you hardly see where you have fertilized, because you have no map view and nothing to look whether you have done it.
No, it makes it very difficult to see the.
Unless you use GPS.
Unless you're using GPS and counting the rows. not a big fan of this. I'll be honest. It's just a little bit. I can understand.
I think that is a little quick shot, yeah, they did with this precision farming. Like, let's do it. Let's develop it in 2 months. Don't think about anything else. Yeah, because these cattle and crops, they have this. We have to have this too. The people want to think about how much fertilizer they have to apply.
Well, that's the thing. I think this mod. I think this whole precision farming mod is designed to be so that the player is doing their own farm. I don't think it's designed for players to then try to go off and do contracts. It's supposed to make the players 100% focused on their own farm and their own fields and doing the
but contracts is part of the game.
Yeah. I don't even know if the contract's complete now. Still showing as active.
It's 94% complete.
And which of these courses you've done is the one I'm going to want?
Maybe if you want to go deep into it, you can try to select arrange crop rotation in order to keep the fertilizing at a minimum.
Okay, I've run out of fertilizer.
The contract is still 94%.
Still 94% complete.
I think you have missed some bit in the middle. But it's not possible to see. Was it field what? 17?
Yeah. Field 17.
Yep. Don't see anything.
It's a bit tricky, this. It's like doing it blind.
Yep. I can only recommend GPS. But then the fields probably are not aligned properly. I think you need a steering wheel for the narrow roads. Or change the sensitivity of your controller.
Or just slow down and not drive everywhere at 100 kilometers an hour. That would probably help as well.
Yeah, this is a very fast tractor, true.
Where am I? I'm not even in the farm, am I? Where have I gone?
No.
I've ended up lost.
You're almost at the shop. You have to go back to where you came from.
I am lost.
Lost in translation.
So I need...
2/3 are done. Or more.
Go this
I bought a pressure washer.
Pressure washer?
Yeah. Close to the shop in the farm. The repair shop. When you go through this tunnel, It's on the right side.
Oh, you bought the little Karcher one. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd have gone with the trailer one like we had on the last map.
The official name is Kerscher.
With the 100-foot cable. The one that you actually have to fill with water.
Yeah.
Because that's it there. That's it. That was in the shop. And it's under the miscellaneous section.
Really? Yeah. I didn't buy it.
The Karcher that trailer. Karcher Professional.
That we had on the other farm.
Yeah, that you put diesel and water into and has the 100-foot hose on it.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So you can spray everything with it. I'm good, thank you, Jacob.
You can change it out if you want, no problem.
No, it's okay. Okay.
Just felt I wanted to give the JCB a clean.
Oh, you've cleaned my JCB and the plough?
No, the JCB you are driving.
Yeah, I don't want mine cleaning ever. I want mine to be dirty forever. It adds character.
One?
Yeah.
That I'm driving.
Yeah.
I didn't clean this one. It's still dirty.
The plough's been cleaned though.
The
plough's all shiny.
Yeah. Look at the mud on the wheels. They've done great with cattle and crops. But I'm really disappointed that the wheels are not really bulging. They should really add this bulging. I don't understand why they waste time doing something like that. That you can hardly see. You have to watch it. Now I'm using a 200-ton weight, you know? Then it squeezes the wheels really tight. Oh my God.
Right, we need to find... Let's get back to field 17. Somewhere down here.
When you sit inside and the chair goes wobble, 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 yeah? And the player goes, vomits into the cabin, in the virtual cabin. There are even footprints on the floor in the cabin. It's great. Have you been inside the cabin?
Yeah, there's all muddy footprints all over the floor of my tractor. It's great. I like it. That's why that's why I don't want to wash it, because I think it just adds character to it.
It does, yeah. But it looks filthy.
I just don't know where I am. Along this road, keep going along this road, and I'll get back to field 17. And then I've got to see if... Oh, look, there's another flipping thingy pen there. Animal pens. There's loads more animal pens on this map than you realise. There's loads of them all over the place.
But it's not an official one.
No, no, because you don't own the land yet. I bet when you buy the land, you'll get ownership of it. And then you've got to place the pipes. Because I think somewhere in the mod description for this map, he does say that for multiplayer, every separate farm can have its own animals.
Okay.
Because he's done some kind of script which allows every farm to have its own animals.
Are you doing the field over again, or?
Well, I'm trying to finish the contract, yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle where you missed it.
Driving up and down.
Rewatch the video and find out. Oh, 96%. You're getting there.
Yeah, definitely think you're going to need to use GPS for fertilising if you can't see on the map where you've actually sprayed the fertiliser.
Maybe if you zoom out, you see the bits that have not been fertilised.
So it's
98%.
Should be able to hit it okay. How's Windows running on the computer now?
Done.
Windows is running
Finished.
fine. Windows
Contract
is,
finished.
Windows
Contract finished.
Yes.
Save fertilizer.
I have done.
Stop it. Stop it.
I have done.
Yeah.
Ages ago.
Stream's it's a delay in the stream.
Stream's well delayed. Field, what have I got to do now? Field 37. I need to come all the way back to the farm. Yeah, Windows is running great. I'll admit. Now, a few days
starting
after,
quicker, right?
Yeah, it's starting a lot faster.
But then you didn't start your computer for weeks.
It's
in the past.
It's definitely,
you have to start it every day, that you see how it starts.
Definitely running quicker. I think, like I say, I've had Windows 10 since I built the PC. I've not
refreshed it.
Not refreshed. I've never refreshed it. I've just added onto it and installed stuff and removed stuff and installed stuff and removed stuff, and I've never ever refreshed it. So I think reinstalling it's actually done the computer a world of good, because it's cleaning out a load of rubbish.
But also
all these hundreds of millions of Windows updates over the years that have stacked on top of each other, and as they've brought, that's all been wiped out, and I've just got the very latest version of Windows without all the other rubbish installed under it. That's a lot better as well, I think.
I mean, your
installing updates
are 3 times faster.
Yeah.
Than the SSD.
Installing updates over updates is not a good thing. How did Windows not boot up on your PC originally? Well, what I think happened was is that I used software that came with the drives to clone my Windows drive to one of the M.2s. However, I don't think Windows likes cloning. Windows 10, I don't think Microsoft really allow Windows 10 to be cloned.
No.
So the software couldn't really clone it. It said it had done it, but it didn't. But then the software goes and wipes the disk that you've cloned from.
What was the Windows before 10 where you could upgrade without charge? Windows 8?
Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows 7 and Windows 8
so
used to be able to update.
I had Windows 7 on my laptop, and I bought an SSD drive, and I cloned it, and it worked. But then upgrading from 7 to 10, it didn't allow it. They somehow detected this is not a legal copy, or it shouldn't be where it is, things like that. So somehow they save on which drive it was originally installed, something like that. And they don't like that to be changed. That's what I found out. I had to install a completely new copy of Windows 10.
Same goes if you if you change your computer, for example, you upgrade your computer, you change the motherboard, you change your processor, you buy a new processor, new motherboard, you go to reinstall Windows, it'll reinstall Windows, but it won't let you activate it.
Yeah.
Because it'll say the license is assigned to a different chipset.
Yeah.
And it recognizes that you're using a different chipset, and it says you need to buy a new license.
It's actually not okay that they do it.
Whereas obviously,
because you're not using it on the other computer anymore.
Because on all the previous old versions of Windows, you just used to have that license key sticker somewhere on your case that you just used to have to type the number back in, didn't you? And it would be like ding. But then eventually I started using like Windows 7 Ultimate, I think it was. And then I used to have a license generator for that used to generate key codes for me so I could reinstall it whenever I wanted and activate it. Because I think it was Windows 7 that had the home.
So many copies in the world used with Windows, but in fact it is not the case. Many Windows are not used anymore because you can't activate them.
I think it was.
I'm sure they are able to measure how many active Windows there are in the world.
So I know Windows 8. I got Windows 8 for free because at the time I was working for Currys, and when you did your Microsoft training, they gave you a free copy of Windows 8, Windows 8 Pro. In fact, I've still got it somewhere because that was what I was gonna. If worse come to the worst the other day, and I couldn't get USB Windows 10 Media, I was gonna install Windows 8 on my PC again, just to get it up and running, so I could download and create the Windows 10, and then I was going to format the PC and then put Windows 10 back on it because I've got the Windows 8 disk here. The great thing about Windows 8 as well was because once I'd done my training and everything, we had a little portal that we could log into on Microsoft Expert Zone. We could buy more copies of it for like 10 quid.
Wow.
I used to sell all my friends copies of Windows 8. All those that wanted it at the time.
I think there were many people that didn't like Windows 8.
No, I didn't. I didn't like the tile system.
For many years, or many decades, Windows 10 is the best version they ever did.
When they got rid of the start button and everything with Windows 8 and had that silly like tile system, yeah, people hated that.
Yeah, then it was a better version, yeah. I mean, with touchscreens, it makes sense.
With touchscreens, it made sense, but people didn't adopt touchscreens. Microsoft thought everybody was going to end up with touchscreen computers, but it never ended up like that.
I was sitting the other day on my laptop, which doesn't have a touch. I mean, the laptop I have for the office, it has a touch screen, but I never touch it because I hate people touching my screen. But I use iPad and everything. And then I was sitting at my normal laptop and I was trying to use touch screen, but it doesn't have touch screen. So you're getting so used to touch screen. You can imagine.
Well, what really confused me the other day was my sister asked me if I would look at her computer because she hasn't been able to log into her emails. She hasn't because she's forgot her passwords and she didn't know how to find her passwords and reset them and stuff. Plus, she told me that her antivirus had run out about a year ago and she hadn't renewed it and updated it, so she wanted that doing. But of course, I switched on her computer and didn't realise she's running Windows 8. She never upgraded to Windows 10 when it was free to do so. So her computer's running Windows 8, and of course it loads up and it's got all the stupid tiles on the screen. And because she's got one of these PCs where she doesn't have a tower, all the stuff's built into the monitor. So all she's got in her desk is the monitor, keyboard, and mouse. There's no tower. There's no box under the desk to switch on.
Yeah.
All the stuff is in the monitor. I assume it's touchscreen, so I'm sat there like an idiot pressing the screen, trying to navigate around. And it's like, yeah, it's not working because of course Windows 8 is built for touch. It was designed for touchscreens, and it's so awful to look at because of that.
So I can only clean the seeder, but not the tractor.
Yeah, not the big tractor. Contract complete on field 37. Yay! Next one then, field 76. Oh, God, that's miles away.
But it's not a 4X map, right?
No, standard map. Standard map. Just very confusing to navigate your way around. You've got to figure out where you go.
I guess most people that play the 4X map would say, nah, no, it's just too big.
Remember if I got out down here or not. I think the gate was down this end. Yes. Just gotta keep remembering where everything is.
Is the in the repair shop the tab key to go to the different equipment you have? Is this a mod still, or is it now in the game?
It's a mod. The workshop tabber.
Okay.
Going down this road here.
Yeah, so handy, these things.
When you can tab through to the different vehicles that are all attached together.
Absolutely.
I think that works as well now on the what's it machine. If you use the funder, you can use the tab key now as well when you're doing repairs to cycle through all the different things. Because that was there was an update for funder, and I've got the newest version installed this time on this map. So 76 is there, and then 82 is down there. So what happened to funder? Oh, the mod author has updated it. Mod author has updated funder. So funder will also charge electric vehicles if you've got any electric vehicles. It will do electric vehicle charging.
Oh my God.
And it will it also will let you, when you're doing the repairs, it will let you tab through the different vehicles and equipment, so you can repair everything without having to keep moving and disconnecting stuff, which is
it also folds out solar panels, right, to charge.
No, the diesel, it runs on diesel. So it'll actually funder will actually use some of the diesel to power a generator to charge the electric vehicle. So the electric vehicle is still using fossil fuels. It's not very economically friendly, that is it? Because you still need to use diesel to power the generator to charge your electric tractor. I find that a bit funny. No, I've reached that point where there appears to be. I can't go that way.
Did I park the seat, or did I park it anywhere?
Figure out how to get into the fields. There's gates everywhere.
Question. Is there a refilling of seed already?
Yes.
No, not that one. The one you placed.
Oh no, the other pallets and stuff are in the shed. They're all they're just decorations.
With the no drinking water tank?
Yeah, just decorations.
Decoration, okay.
Which kind of annoys me a bit, because it takes up space that you could use for parking vehicles and equipment in.
Yeah.
And if he's going to take up the space that you could be using for parking vehicles and equipment in, why not make that a refill point then?
Yeah. This makes no sense. To waste one nice parking spot.
I know the argument is that with the placeable system in the game, most map authors haven't bothered doing refill points and that because most players are now more happy to place their own stuff and use their own things. But then, like I say, you either then end up filling the map with decorations which are useless and serve no point, or you leave them off and then you end up with an empty map. Very boring looking map. Why is OneDrive suddenly downloading stuff? Go away. I don't know why it suddenly felt the need to download a bunch of stuff. It shouldn't be doing that. It should have already downloaded all my stuff.
Cuttable hedge. What's that? You can plant a cuttable hedge?
No, there will be some hedges on the map that you can cut if you have them.
For grass?
No, you just cut them. They don't give you anything. It's just an activity that you can do. It serves no purpose whatsoever.
And there's field grass, horse grass.
There are different types of grass. There are definitely different types of grass. That is important for feeding animals because you have to feed animals the right type of grasses. Now I've got to find field 82. Hopefully it's tiny. I don't have much fertilizer left.
Okay, field 1 looks good from a pH value. What about nitrogen? Looks 0 to 20, 40 kilograms. Nitrogen is only with slurry, right?
Well, field 1, it wouldn't let me apply any nitrogen to it because it's soybeans. So the nitrogen level will actually go up on the field as the soybeans grow because their soybeans are going to put nitrogen. Yeah. So we're only going to really be able to fertilise field 1 when we plant the next crop on it.
Hey, there's a fertilising field 61.
Okay, where did I miss the gate for that field then?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. No, 6 Bailey contracts. 7. 8.
Do I have to draw? I must have to go into that farm. Get access to those fields. Flip me. It'll take a bit of...
Hello, what are you doing in my farm?
I'm trying to find out how to get to your field so I can spray it.
Get out of here.
I hope this is the right way.
You can't drive into the cow pen. It's a cow pen. There's no way out here. Where do you have to go?
I've got to go to field 82.
82, let me see. There's no way here.
Can I drive through here?
Well, you can go through here, maybe. Yeah, this way.
It's a flipping fiddly map to get round. There we go. Trouble is, I've only got 4.
A lot of puddles here. Oh, there is no gate. Oh, when you run here, the hedges are tickling between the legs. Oh, oh.
Hopefully. Well, no, not hopefully. I'm not going to get this field fertilised. I'm going to run out. I've only got 300 litres left. I'm not going to be able to complete this contract. I'm going to have to go and refill.
All the way. But you can go to Bashal stores, maybe. What is this? A sell point, right?
Nah, never run out.
I think they don't sell any.
I'll have to go back to the shop, fill up with some pallets. That's probably nearest.
That's what I thought, that Bashal stores, that they sell any. They don't. They call all Truton stores. Benton stores have selling points.
Right, at the end of the road, follow the big road, head into the town.
The balloon tree stores.
I'm doing very well, thank you, Mr. Dingbat. Hey, look, this one farmer's planted sugarcane. That's brilliant. I don't think I've ever seen sugarcane growing on an English map before. But they're growing it.
67. And 82 is also sugar beet. Sugarcane. The one that you're fertilizing.
Don't be jaywalking. I think I ran her over.
Yep, dead.
I think I've got to go this way. Don't speed. I think, what is it? 4 pallets?
What did take you so long? I'm already here.
Yeah, well, you're jumping around. You're not using your legs.
I do, see? Look, run.
You're teleporting around the place.
Run. I saw some interesting structure. Was that the castle?
The castle. What do I think of the map?
Sure.
It looks nice. Definitely looks nice. It's a nice.
It's not a castle. It's a. I would call it a Schloss in Germany. A villa. Have you seen this big one?
It's too early to tell from a gameplay perspective whether I like the map or not.
And then old timer in front.
I'm already noticing a couple of issues with the whole precision farming thing. Like the fact you can't tell when doing fertilising contracts where you've fertilised and where you haven't.
With a water fountain. You have to look. This is nice. You can't look into the window, but you can go inside. Yeah.
Oh, I got fined again. I thought I was going slow enough that time.
Have you? Wow.
$6 I got fined. $6. That's me not. I'm not going to be able to buy a couple of packets of Haribo now. That's me Haribo fund gone. I was going to stop at the Spar shop and get myself some Star Mix, but can't do it now.
Somebody has a brown tractor.
I remember where have I missed me turning? No, I haven't missed me turning. It's in second right. Well, it's not really an issue with the map, is it? It's an issue with Farming Simulator and the Precision Farming DLC. The fact that Precision Farming changes everything to do with fertilizing and lime applications and stuff. I mean, literally, I'm doing a contract right now on this field 82. I'm spraying fertilizer, but it's not showing me where I've sprayed because we don't own the field. It only shows you where you've sprayed fertilizer on land that you own. Or land that you have soil sampled. So until you've soil sampled the whole map, you can't see where you're spraying fertilizer or not. So it's okay on a field that's not grown, but once the crop starts to grow on it, you can't see where you've been. So trying to do these contracts is quite difficult. And I already know that harvest contracts are broken, so I've avoided them. But there's not really a lot of other options available to me on this map at the minute. Unfortunately,
I couldn't get a fine by running.
It's either baling contracts. I don't know if baling contracts will work with precision farming or not. But we don't have the equipment to do that. We'd have to lease it because we don't own any mowers. Or balers, because we've literally just started. We've literally, all we own is 2 tractors, a plough, a fertilizer, a seeder, and a harvester, and a trailer. I did buy as a trailer. That's it. That's all we've got to start with. And I've just invested no animals, no. I've just invested tonight in a silo for buying seed and fertilizer and stuff to put at the farm because I was already getting, especially doing the lime spreading, I was getting a bit fed up of having to drive all the way back to the shop to get lime.
Just think about doing TMR somehow. Conventional way, if you can't install any.
There's a mix. Oh, we must have a mixing wagon installed. We must have one. I think there's a mod for a mixing wagon.
Yeah, sure.
I think I've put one in. No, I think there's one in the server.
It's a Silo King. Emily.
No, not that
small one. And the double SF, the standard stripe one. Self-line compact by Stevie.
Yeah, that's the one. And you can do 39,000 litres of TMR in that.
Yeah.
Don't know how
Last 5 minutes.
Don't know how that breaks down with the maths. Don't know how that is divisible by 4.
Be right back.
But there we go. This will hopefully be contract complete. Yes. So yeah, I think, like I say, I think with the precision farming mod, I think the idea of that mod is you're just supposed to start with everything owned. You're supposed to completely ignore the contract system, and you're just supposed to focus purely on farming yourself, kind of thing. Because it's definitely making it very difficult to do contracts. But in time, it's not going to matter, because once we obviously own loads and loads of fields, we're going to be that busy anyway, doing all our own stuff, that we won't have time for contracts. It's just nice in the early phase of the game when you're waiting for stuff to grow. You're waiting for stuff to do to be able to jump in and keep busy. Might have to get a little trailer, a pallet trailer, so you can do some transporting contracts. Get a front loader on this, and then we can take this and the trailer to wherever we need to go, pick the pallets up, put them on the trailer, and then take them off and deliver them. Going down for the cameras. There we go. There's a little traction engine. Choo choo choo. Fortunately, it doesn't have collisions. You can't go for a ride on it. I love the fact as well you've got a steam train on this match and a high-speed intercity that travel across the map on the railway line. That's quite nice. It's a Flying Scotsman. I ain't even opened the sheds yet. That's replenished. Right, what's the next job then? What are we doing next?
Wait for the grass to grow.
Wait for the grass to grow. Grass has already grown, hasn't it? I thought. Click on it.
How do we know what the animals need?
Look in the animal pens. Chickens require wheat, barley, oats, rye, sugar beet, carrots, soybeans, corn, and whatever else. Millet and stuff. Cows, TMR, hay, grass, silage, and whatever those icons are for other stuff.
Corn.
Horses, oats, something, grass, horse grass, carrots, and stuff. Pigs require loads of stuff.
Carrots?
Yeah, carrots. Trying to remember what. Yeah, carrots are on the map. Onions, miscanthus, pasture grass, horse grass, field grass, clover, alfalfa, spelt, millet, triticale, linseed, whatever linseed is, rye.
I think we should continue tomorrow doing some grass mowing. It's not yet fully grown.
Oh, 36 is.
36 looks okay, yeah.
36 is okay. We need some mowing head units for a tractor.
36 is only the small portion, not the whole green thing next to our farm.
Yeah, it's only the small portion because the other bit's the cow pasture. It's hiding behind the lime station.
But you can still do crop destruction, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could mow the cow pasture. You could mow all that grass. It is all mowable, and it will regrow. Whilst we don't have cows on it, we can mow it.
Yeah.
Use it for making hay and stuff. It's just. Trouble is, there's two types of mowers. There's mowers that just cut the grass, and then there's mowers that also dry.
What you could do is do a baling contract and get the mower.
Can't use it on our field though.
Huh?
No, because baling contracts equipment's only for contracts. You can't use it on your own land.
Okay.
Figuring out which fields are nearby. Which ones are grass fields? There's loads of grass fields.
35, 34, 38, 40, 49 is half the fields are, more than half are grass fields, especially from the middle to the bottom right. More than 50% of the fields are grass.
Yeah, I'm trying to, if I'm going to do a baling contract, I want to pick one that's going to be close to the shop. So 122
right.
or 57 would be nice.
Contract because we could use the equipment, but that is not possible if you say so.
122. Could I have a stab at that? me a baler, it's giving me a tedder, it's giving me a windrower. Tedder, yeah, I suppose it will need a tedder. A windrower after you've tedded.
But it gives you only one tractor. Huh?
Yeah, one tractor.
How do you tether?
You have to bring another tractor down. One of ours, probably.
This is very interesting contract.
Then once we
gives you only one tractor.
Again, I suppose in single player you would do it one stage at a time. You'd do all the mowing first, then you'd go get the tedder, come back, do all the tedding, then you'd go get the windrower, come back, do all the windrowing, then you'd go do all the baling.
Just make sure they have the equipment with which you can pull the equipment, and that's one tractor.
I've got to get into that field somehow. Definitely think there needs to be more gates. It's as strange as I say that. There needs to be more gates and more, because you have to drive through a lot of fields to get to the fields you want to get to.
The people drive through the hedge. That's it.
You have to drive through this field to get to that field. That seems a bit silly. I would rather just be able to drive into this field.
There are no two CWATTYESO on the map.
Oh, of course. What happens with leased equipment? No GPS. Actually know how much of this I have to mow. I'm getting yield information. My mini-map's turning orange because I'm mowing. Also getting lag.
Yeah, this precision farming could maybe cause lag. What do you think?
This vehicle tool is reserved for contract work. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm not on the field anymore. It is reserved for contract work. Okay. So it definitely recognises when I'm off the field. And it won't let me mow grass. Grass has a funny texture to it as well. I'm not going to lie. It looks a bit weird laid on the ground. This is the kind of map where the fields are reasonably enough size that you could actually mow these using the hand mower from the Alpine DLC.
Yeah.
You could use the walking mower.
There's a walking CWATTY on the field. You want to mow the grass over here, or is it not part of the field?
Not part of the field over there, apparently.
There are some bits that you did not mow.
I'll try and tidy up the edges as best as I can as I go around. When it starts telling me that this equipment is reserved for contract use only, it's not mowing. So it's not cutting the grass at that point. How did you change the colour on the real clock mod? You have to edit the real clock settings file. I think it puts a file in the mod settings folder. And you can go in there and change it. And you can type in like RGB codes, color palette codes to change the set different colors. So obviously,
You missed the grass in the water. I wonder if that grass has to be tethered again to get dry. Unbelievable. You know, I think you have to tether it twice. Can you believe it?
You have to tether twice.
Yeah, look, where I tether here, after some time, the texture gets light green.
Ah.
So if I go over the first bit that I did,
and I guess that's why he then offers you mowers that have a conditioner built in then. So you don't have to
wait for that to dry. It's unbelievable. Or it has to do with the underground, how wet it is.
A lot of grass. There's the steam drain. Steam drain. Good old Flying Scotsman.
I don't see it. It's in your computer game, not in mine.
Right, I think that's all. Corona! Corona!
It's unbelievable. This woman.
Back to the store. Go grab the windrower.
Yeah, give me some time to do the tether. To dry the grass.
Oh. Dry the grass.
I have to do that procedure at least once. I'm not sure whether it's related to how long it is on the field, or whether it is also important where it is on the field.
I have no idea. I've not played a map that has 28 different varieties of grass on it before. No. Seems a bit ridiculous, that, to me. Oh, put that lot out of the way, pick up my weight.
I'm not sure what this black spot is on the field, which goes away when you're getting close. In the middle of the field. So let's see whether it's getting completely dry or not.
Well, it's definitely all different colours.
It's getting dry, but then not. Over here it doesn't. Then it goes. Maybe we need to wait. Unless it's a lighter green, but it's not a white, a yellow green. Some places. Maybe you need to wait some time.
Yeah, I can sit here for a bit while you go round and round in circles.
Yeah, but even waiting for me to go round and round in circles, some parts are getting dry, you see, and some parts stay green, but not as dark green. See, when you're over here, where you are, there is some light green, and then there is some darker green, and then the original, the first one, it's even darker green. It's very odd. It doesn't say how dry it is, you know.
No, because there's no seasons mod or anything installed. So
in Kotlin and Crabs, it shows how dry it is on top and on the bottom. Gives only a yield information, which is 60% or 65%. Nothing else. Because we don't own it, because it was not probed. And I'm not sure what the result is if you're just collecting it. It's getting. I have to go around 3 times or what? Oh my God. I think it asked me to do it 3 times.
So that's something new then. The map mod author's done on this map then. He's made it so you've got
the last baling contract, grass contract that I'm doing is dry grass. If you go 3 times with a tether around,
you're going to have to do it on our own fields anyway, because if we're going to want hay to feed the animals, we're going to have to go over the grass 3 times to turn it into hay. It's obviously something the map author's changed. Making hay a little bit more realistic, I suppose. Giving it that cattle and crops flipping type of deal where you've got to go over the flipping field several times.
it's also hard to see.
Curiosity. We've got a grass dryer that will at least make hay.
The more I go over it, the more it lies in the water. Yeah, it's actually how often do you go across with a tether that makes it lighter.
Windrowing the grass away from the water now. Move it away from the hedge as well. Lag. Lag. And again, I get the message that it's reserved for. So they probably can't even bale that bit of grass there because it's technically not on the field anymore. So we'll bring the next bit of equipment to the field. Mr. Helgi's trying to get bedding done. Much longer process now.
Yeah. Probably have better buy 2 tethers or 3 and then put the follow me mod on. Have 2 tractors with tethers following you. See, there is a black hole in the middle of the field. It's vanishing. Depending on where you look, how you look. Don't know what it is. Nope, it's not working this one time. So I think the first color is gone.
Yeah, it's definitely not all the light stuff yet.
Nope. There are some bits at the edge of the river. You probably can't get it, right?
Yeah, can't get those. Get any of this. Not really. definitely a lot harder now to do grass contracts. I mean, silage contracts won't be a problem because you ain't got to worry about tedding. It's
harder, it's time consuming. I mean, it's more realistic. Like, it's not like you mow the grass, tedder, and then it's dry. And it takes half a day or a sunny day to dry it. And that's it. They simulate with multiple tethering layers. You see that black spot on the field?
black spot?
Yeah, there's a black spot that you can see from afar. The closer you go, it's gone. You're driving towards it. It's on your right side if you're coming closer. Should see it now on the right. No?
No black spots for me.
Where's my monitor damaged? I'm going there. It's right next to the swaths. See, it's exactly where my front is. But now it's gone because I'm further away. And if I'm going back, it's coming back. Now it's there. It's like a shadow.
I don't see it.
Shadow. There must be something in the air. Are you floating in the air as a sea body? Huh? No? Maybe it was your sea body. Maybe it was your sea body floating in the air. No, because you don't see yourself. I don't know.
Just hope there's sufficient hay here now that when we bale it, we can complete the contract. Shame if we spent all that time and then the contract fails.
Yeah, would be bad. On the other hand, that would be the last baling contract. Yay! I cannot do sharp turns with this bale loader. And I get stuck in trees as well.
Lag. Lag.
Can you do select bale sizes or something?
I don't think so. That's just a normal, ordinary vanilla baler, isn't it? It's just one bale size.
Oh, I don't know what you selected. Oh yeah, it's a contract baler.
Contract baler. So it's just going to be standard bales.
That has a pretty good collection width.
Oh, that's as much as it lets me. Windrow.
Yeah, it also doesn't collect the hay outside the field.
But it's definitely making hay bales. Not making some random stuff. The thing is, I don't think I've got to go too far, particularly to sell them. Curiosity says, what is the contract currently sat at? 20%. Done all this work and we're only 20%.
Yeah, you haven't sold any.
Oh, there's a bale over here, look. There's a bale on the other field.
Where?
I think I've got room for one more. And now I'm full. I'm full.
So it's interesting. The baler doesn't get full.
Where does the hay go? I'm going to assume it's there.
But the sell point is blinking, right?
Yeah.
You should see it.
You want me to sell it? Main store barn. So highlight it. I'm tipping at the right place. Because there's loads of things in this area.
I guess it's only selling on this point.
Tons of selling places on this point. Ding. Contract is 44% complete.
That's promising. There are some little bits not dry grass that we can tether. No, we don't. Yes, it collected the not so dry grass as well. Maybe it don't have to be so 100% accurate.
Maybe. Or maybe when you've reached a certain fill level in the baler, it'll just add it to what you've got. Yeah. Funny thing is, it's a small field. Didn't look like there was a heck of a lot of grass on it, but now that you're doing bales, there's a flipping lot of bales.
Yeah, especially the size of bales.
Way more bales than you would expect for a field of this size.
2,000 liter bales. Yeah, chunking it out. Chink, 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 chink. Yeah, it shoots them out the back. Plonk. Plonk.
Plunk.
Plonk.
Pull again. More bales to be delivered. And a forklift driving around. Like the guy who's doing the sweeping at the store.
There's even one with some machine in the city.
Contract is 68% complete.
There's a 79% bale in the machine. I hate it.
You can't eject it.
No. I can eject bale, but not the last bit. Not the unfinished bit. Definitely a shadow that I see on the field.
Well, it's only a shadow for you. I'm not seeing anything. It's only on your screen.
Yeah, I need to see a doctor.
Maybe that's
Doctor,
how it is.
Shadows. I see shadows in this game.
I see trains on this map and you see shadows.
Yes.
Maybe it's just how it is. Well, there must be at least another 30% of hay just sat here in this corner of the field.
I couldn't collect it.
You can't collect it. You can't pick it up. No.
Tried. I'm collecting bits over here. With the danger of falling into the water.
Well, $13, $14, $15,
90%. I got it to 90% from 79.
Still not enough to be able to empty it, though.
Guess not. You have to get some grass from somewhere.
Leave the contract open long enough that it regrows.
Yeah. Make a second harvest.
Do a second harvest.
Yeah, I collected everything from the field, so can't do more. As soon as I get close to this, it's telling me it's not part of the field.
I like the fact I'm just putting these bales straight into a skip. Let's just recycle all the bales. Straight in the bin. There goes Mr. Forklift again. He's driving around.
I cannot drive over there with the baler, right? To sell the bale?
No, I don't think it works.
Machine? Think not. Okay, shall I try? Trying it. Do you need to unload it, right? In order to trigger it?
I think so. I don't know whether it will just suck the bale out of your I don't know whether it will suck the bale out of the baler.
The autoloader would. It's not a full bale. 90%. It's almost a bale. Yeah. Is anything to pick up from the field? Yeah.
No, somebody put there is a mod on the ModHub for empty baler, but it doesn't do quite what you think it should do. Because I saw the mod on the ModHub and thought, oh, that's great, you can empty a baler. So if you're at 79% or 90% or whatever, you can, you know, chuck out a bale that's 79 or 90%.
So what happens?
No,
it vanishes in thin air.
You hit the button and it just completely empties the baler and sets it to 0.
Yeah.
So you lose whatever's in it. I was like, yeah, that's not really the type of that. The mod description doesn't really explain that to you.
What good does it do? It's just the OCD guys who are satisfied, right?
Oh yeah, because then when like if you're doing a grass field and you end up with a baler that's 79% grass, and then you go off to do a straw field, the first bale that comes out of the baler is going to be a grass bale, even though you've been picking up straw. And yeah, it means you get to start fresh from 0 on every field. And you don't end up with wonky bales. And this game's going to troll me because there's going to be 1 bale left on this field. I'm going to have to come back for 1 single bale. I swear I needed a front loader with some forks. I could have picked it up. Took it with me. Needed a bale spike. If it wasn't for the fact I'm so relaxed and chilled out and having such fun, I probably would have turned strong arms on and chucked the bale on the top of the...
That bale is for us. Keep.
Is that our bale? Is that our is that our profit?
Our tip for doing the field. You can keep the last bale and the one that is in the bale. Fuck you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bailing, bailing, bailing.
11 o'clock.
Bailing, 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 bailing.
The coffee is cold.
I think I left my
and
drink.
For the rest of the night, I'm flying a little bit in space.
Did I leave my drink downstairs? No, I brought it up.
These flying balloons are not flying.
They're just kind of floating in one spot.
You know that these the people who drive these balloons don't call it flying in Germany. They call it driving.
They drive balloons, do they?
Is that in the UK the same in English?
No, I think they fly balloons. You fly balloons.
Yeah?
Yeah, you fly balloons. Yeah. You don't drive them. Because you're not in control of where the balloon's going. It's the wind.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That determines where you're going. All you can control is how high you are off the ground.
Yeah, but in German, when you say fly, they say, no, that's wrong. It's called fahren, driving. Yeah? Like driving a car.
I would say, well, you show me where your steering wheel is, and your accelerator and your brake, and your gearbox.
Because maybe you don't have some driving equipment or some propeller or what. I don't know why they say that. But they are very adamant, and that's a faux pas if you say fly a balloon.
Well, technically, I would argue they're not flying. They're floating.
Yeah. Let me Google it, why it's called.
Well, the good news is, at least we can actually complete baling contracts. Baling contracts work.
Yep.
So they're fine on the map. I wouldn't necessarily want to do hay ones because of the amount of times you have to drive around with a tedder to make the hay. But if there's ones where they just want silage, they just want silage, that's probably not bad. But then I suppose once you've baled it, you've got to wrap it and then pick it up. So there's always going to be an extra process. Unless you had a baler that does wrapping.
So the reason for why is it not called flying, but driving or fahren? Historically, it says that the brothers Montgolfier said that they are floating in the sea of air, and because ships are also driving in the water and not flying.
Well, ships are sailing.
Yeah,
they're not. Ships aren't driving. Ships are sailing. So
that means you are a balloon sailor.
You're a balloon sailor, yeah. in going by
but
that logic,
in Germany it's called Seefahren, from fahren. Huh? Die Seefahrt, not the sea sail. It was the seafaring. Maybe it's called balloon faring. So anything else like planes, helicopters, birds, they have to have a speed to keep floating, and it's a different physics why they are in the air, because of the different speeds of air above the wing and below the wing. That's why they are floating, and the balloon is actually floating because of the density difference between the gas or the hot air and the air around. That's why it's a different method of staying in the air. Makes sense, physically.
Field 4's got a nice contract on it. Silage bales. Well, we got paid. Yep.
Baling works.
Baling works.
There are hundreds of baling. They keep, for the rest of the week, we can do baling contracts.
Contracts income, we've made 28 grand today from contracts. 28 grand.
Not bad. Not bad. Could have been one contract. One harvesting contract. Okie doke.
Okie dokie.
Catch you tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, I could see you tomorrow, Mr. Helgi.
It's a nice map. It's fun.
It is.
Something else again. Keep us motivated.
It will do. As we get into
they
it.
Have changed the menu, I think. It says now E for enter vehicle, control, left control, and G for global company, and T for multiplayer chat. In the left help window.
Pressure washers over here.
If I'm with the mouse, yeah. But if I'm using the controller, it says nothing.
Nitrogen is back.
Judging. Oh, look. Gronk, the biggest German YouTuber, is on Twitch right now with 20,793 viewers. Wow. Can you imagine? Shall he do a raid on this stream?
Me raid him with all my 1 viewers.
Yes. A raid, yay.
How many viewers have I got currently? Does it tell me anywhere?
6.
6.
It says 6.
I can't see that until I tab back to Windows.
No, it's 5.
Someone's logged off.
Check up left. Hydroneer is he playing Gronk? But there's also someone playing Elite Dangerous with 14 viewers. Trail Jumper.
I was watching a bit of Darth Zal last night playing Elite Dangerous in VR. because he's managed to get himself a 3060 Ti graphics card, so he's managed to upgrade his PC.
Skystorm's live on YouTube. Jeez. The Avengers.
He's playing the Avengers?
No. No. I don't know what he's playing. But I see also a video with Avengers, which are called Schirm, Charm and Melone. Umbrella, Melon and Charm. With Diana Rigg and as Mrs. Peel.
Oh.
You know, that was called The Avengers.
The Avengers, right? Yeah, the UK show, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I can't remember if...
And the music was so good.
No, these aren't real bales. Such a shame. They're not real. Right, well, I think that's it for this evening from me. I'm going to call it a night here, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Night.
Playing some more. So good night, Mr. Helgi.
Yeah.
Good night, chat. Good night, Twitch. Good night, YouTube, whenever this video ends up on YouTube. And I'll see you all again very soon. Cheerio. Bye-bye.